So nearly all of the uprisings in the Middle East over the last 2 decades or so, and in Iran, which is my area of specialization, music has played an important role spanning not just the 2 decades, but over a century long, for example. As far as my own expertise goes in Iran, Iranians have been demanding independence, freedom, and justice for over a century, starting with the constitutional revolution of 1906, 1911, onward to 1979, and then the Green Uprising of 2009, and the Women Life Freedom Uprising of 2022. And all across that sort of, more than 100 years arc of freedom struggle, music has been a very important element in the kinds of demands that people have made, as well as bringing people together and uniting them in their quest. As far as other countries are concerned, certainly we saw the important role of music in the Arab uprisings and revolutions, starting with 2011. So starting with Tunisia, music was very important, from Kelmti Horra, My Word is Freedom, by a Tunisian singer who was a young woman who was sitting in the crowd and started voicing that quest for freedom, and has since gone on to have a very distinguished musical career, to El General, the rapper who asked the Tunisian dictator to step down. This was also the case in Syria, of protesters coming together to call on the Syrian dictator Bashar al-Assad to step down. There, Abdel Bassem al-Sarut actually was a very important musician who sang of Jannah, Jannah, Heaven, Heaven, and another musician, Rashush, who asked for the dictator to step down. And, all across the Middle East, the Gezi protests in Turkey, for example, their music was also very important. One of the very well-known songs in the square was the song of Pans and Pots, where the musicians basically just sat around and did this form of protest that is well known to Turkish people, just, hitting on pots and pans and demanding for a better life, ultimately. And of course, in Sudan, a country with a very rich musical history, there too, music played an important role in the protests. And there, of course, as in several other of these places, of these countries, women played a central role in both creating the music and voicing the protest.